Okay. All right, so we're going to start with a band behind our backs. Ooh, it's cold, is it not? All right, nice wide stance. And I'm pinching my band with my thumb and second finger, okay? So it's a wide, wide stance. As I plie, I'm going to press my arms out and then come back in. Inhale to exhale, not as deep, and stand nice and tall. So when you squat, it's more like a hinge, right? And I'm coming forward a little bit. In this plie, in this second position, we should be nice and upright. Good. I inhale and I exhale. And here's 4. And here's 3. And here's 2. Now hold the legs still and bring both arms in. Just take one arm out and then the other arm. So I'm doing single arm work while I hold those legs up taller. Tuck your tail a little bit so that lower back flattens out. And here's 4 and 4 and 3 and 3. Keep that rib cage still. Keep the core pulling in and up. One more. Perfect. And then bring those legs back up. Now take the arms forward as we come down. Sweep them open. Bring them back and then stand up. Serve your tray. Open. Center and back. Out. Open. Forward. Nice and smooth. So I pause. 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 Good. Just 2 more. Inhale to exhale. 1 more. Inhale to exhale. And take the band out from behind. And let's hold it in our hands slightly wider than our shoulders. If you don't want your ends hanging down, you can bunch up those ends. We're going to bring those arms straight up, bend those knees. Now side stretch, hold. Hold the bottom arm down 3 times while the top arm stays still. 2 and 1, and bring it back up. Other side, hold. Bottom arm. 3 and 2 and 1. Bring it back up. Side bend. Give me just 2 here. 1 and 2. Back to center. Up and over, hold. Just 2. 1 and 2. We go to singles. We take our time. Side stretch, pull, up, release. Side stretch, pull, up. Bend those knees a little deeper if you'd like to work the lower half a little bit more. Get it warmed up. And last one, side stretch, pull, and nice. And lower those arms and take it all the way down to the mat. All right, you may need to shake that out a little bit if it's tangled at all. So we have our legs fist width apart. We're going to have the band against our shins, so it's halfway down your shins. Arms are completely straight. And I'm going to slide my hands down a little bit so they're not as far away from my mat. My palms are turned in. As I press my hands down towards my mat, I feel my spine growing taller. So I push those hands down and then release. And as I push those hands down, I'm trying to reach the crown of my head taller. I feel the back of my arm working, the upper arm, the core, the back. I'm inhaling and exhaling. And 3, and 2, and 1. I'm going to bring that band up over my head. And again, if you don't like the ends hanging down, you can bunch them up and hold on to them. We're going to slowly melt down. And as I melt down, my arms are going to come forward. I'm going to keep resistance on that band. I'm taking my time, tucking my tail, and lowering all the way down. Bend your knees for a bridge position. The legs, again, are hands width apart. I want to bridge up, tucking that tail, articulating my spine. Reach the band for your thighs. Press the hands down to the floor. Release the tension on the band. Bring the arms back up and articulate your spine back down. So let's try that again. Tuck the pelvis, Heel yourself up, give me a nice long diagonal. Reach the band for your thighs. Press those hands towards the floor. Bring the band up and lower your spine at the same time. Now, as I'm coming up, my band is going to meet my thighs. I'm going to press the band down, keep pressing the hips up. As the band releases and comes back up, I lower my spine back down. Let's add on. Inhale, lift up. On the exhale, press those arms down and return. Try the press down again. So I'm going to stay in this bridge a little longer. Belly's in, glutes are firing, arms are reaching long. My wrists are part of that, so make sure the wrists are long. And we're going to do 4 more. If you need to get out of this sooner, feel free to lower your hips back down. And 2, and 1. Bring the arms up as you lower down your spine. Take each leg to a tabletop. If this is not for you, keep your feet on the floor. My legs are together, my knees are over my hips, and my shins are parallel to the floor. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. You don't have to ever lift your head. I'm going to take the band to my shins, press down from there, and then return. Try that again. Nod the chin to your chest. Find that lower back. Press down those arms, and then release the breath. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to press down. Inhale to release. Exhale, lower your head. Inhale, crunch up. Exhale, push down. Inhale, arms up. And let's just do 1 more. We bring it up. We push down. Now hold the band up over your head. I'm going to take both legs out. My arms are going to reach away. Come back to where you just were. Arms straight up, legs in tabletop. Reach away, keep your back heavy, and then bring it back in. I'm going to inhale to exhale. I'm going to add on again. Inhale, hold it out. Exhale, arms and legs go out to a V. Inhale, back in. Exhale, start position. Inhale, press away. Exhale, open up. Retrace your steps, and you can put your head down at any time. As I press out, my back is heavy. I open up. I bring it back in. I close. Last one. Pay attention to the neck. Pay attention to your back. And hug those knees into your chest. And then I'll look to my left and look to my right. Nicely done. Rock yourself up to get the band behind the feet. Try to have the whole foot in the band, not the whole foot, all of the toes, the top of the foot. So the top of the foot should not be going over the band. It should be going in that band, okay? And that just helps it not get bunched up. We're going to lay back down. My legs are in parallel. My elbows are down to the mat, and my head is resting on the mat. So my left foot is going to come off the band. My right leg is going to press out, just my right leg, and then bring it back in to match the other leg. And again, I push from the tush, I come back in. And here's 3. Right now, my back is heavy on the mat. There's that bowling ball on my torso. Here's 4, and 3, belly in deeper, and 2. Now my next set, if you would like, ab crunch up, nod the chin to your chest. If you're going to be up, the shoulder blades must be off the mat. Same thing, press out and come in. Press out and come in. Pay attention to what the shoulders are doing. Do you feel strain with them going up to your ears? I'm going to add on 1 more time. As my right leg comes in, my left leg is going to go out. And I come in and I go out. In. Reach longer. Push. Good. And push. I'm going to add on 1 more time. I bring my left knee in, my leg straightens, I bend it, and then go back to start. Push, switch the legs. Bring that leg straight out that's not in the band. Bend that leg, and then switch. Single leg stretch, zip the leg up, bend it, press it out. We got it. Press, lift it up. Now put the other foot inside the band, bend the knees, and lower your head. How'd that go? Okay, so remember, you never have to lift your head in Pilates. So now my left leg is going to be the leg that's pushing with the band. My right knee stays bent. Here we go. Push out and come in. So I want you to also not worry just about the back being on the mat, but are you engaging the core as you are moving? As soon as my leg starts to press out, my core has to be firing. We have two more in the first set. You can keep your head down just like you are, or you can feel free to nod that shin to your chest. And here we go, and lift. If your head is lifted, the shoulder blades must be off the mat. The base of the shoulder blade touches, and I'm going up and over, top of the sternum. And I go for 4. And if you started with your head up on this set and you want to put it down at any time, that's fine. Now I'm going to add on. As this leg comes in, the other leg will press out. So now it's more like in the abs series, single leg stretch. In and out and in. Can you feel your abdominals, but not your neck and not your back? I'm going to add on one more time. The free leg bends in. I zip it up. I bend it and switch the legs out. And then I pull that knee in. I lift it up. I bend, push it out. In, up, in and out, and in. Straighten it up. That's it. Watch that neck. You cannot say, well, I'm just going to push through this strain in my neck. No, you can't. Last one. Lift up, put 2 feet in the band, and come back in. Let's take our head, nod it to the left, nod it to the right, and let's rock ourselves back up. Straighten those legs. Pull your elbows back. We're going to give the neck and the abs a little bit of a break. I want you to flex your heels and point your toes. Flex your heels and point your toes. So at any time an exercise is not working for you, hang tight. Maybe hug the knees into your chest, right? Pick a stretch you like. Pick up the next exercise. I want you to really focus on pulling those toes towards you. 2 more. And give me 1 more. Good. And then I'm going to make a crisscross with my band. I'm going to come back down on my back and draw my knees into my chest. And I can't say it enough, you don't have to ever lift your head up when we're doing these ab series exercises. Really, at any exercise, you never have to lift your head up. All right, so I'm going to keep my elbows on the floor. I'm going to keep my head down first. I'm going to push my legs out, and then I'm going to come back in. I'm going to push my legs out. Now remember, as my legs are going out, my core has to go in deeper so I don't have an arch in my back. Out. Now if you have healthy shoulders and you want to add on to this, I'm going to slide my hands down just a little bit more. My palms are turned in. As I press out, I press back, and then my elbows come back in. Make sure it's equal on both sides. You don't want to feel one arm is pressing more than the other. Press. I'm reaching straight. Now you have another option here to curl the chin to your chest. I inhale, 2, 3, exhale. And I reach, press, 2, 3. Your arms and legs can't be noodles. They are straight beams of steel out there. And press, come back in. And inhale, to exhale. 1 more. Inhale, to exhale. Rock yourself up. Keep that band in that X. I'm going to take my feet just a little wider. I want you to reach the arms long and bring them parallel to the floor. So if I have my hands too far down towards my feet, I won't be able to get them up. The band will be too tight. So choose how much resistance is on your band so you can get it up to parallel. If it's too hard, you got to loosen it up. Okay? Sit taller. So I want you to feel like you're sitting lighter on your mat. If you feel you're sitting real heavy, you're slouched. You have too much weight to that lower back. The arm that's closest to me, I want you to row and follow it, and then bring it back out. The opposite arm, the other one has to stay there parallel to the floor. Come back in. And I'm going to pull. Now, I don't lean back on this. So you guys are leaning back, so pause. This arm is straight. This arm pulls. And I want you to feel like your chest is going forward towards your feet. I should not be moving my knees. So see, you're doing this when you twist. Keep the legs pressed down and twist. Now, if you don't have too tight of a grip on your band, we're going to pull, extend, bend, press out. So if you're way down here, you're never going to be able to pull it with these bands, okay? These are medium bands. So I'm going to pull with the other arm, press it out, bend, and return. Pull the elbow back. You don't have to add this straightening of the arm if that's too much for the shoulder or your back. I twist, I push that arm straight, I bend, press it back out. And again, pull. The opposite arm is staying parallel, even though there's not a whole lot of tension on that band right there. Pull, press, bend, back out. One more each side. I rotate, press it out, bend. Are you keeping the opposite arm straight? And are we sitting light on those sits bones? And release. Uncrisscross. Take your left foot out. And I just have the right foot with the band. I'm going to put both ends into my right hand. I'm going to lay back down. Draw both knees in. My left arm, my free hand is to my side. I'm going to zip up my legs. So I'm in a Pilates stance here. If for some reason for your hips you need to be in parallel, that's fine. And remember, Pilates stance is a very narrow V with your feet. Fit one fist width between those feet. I'm going to take my band leg, which is my right leg, down towards the floor. My left leg will come towards me, and I scissor switch. And I want you really pressing into that band with your band leg and try to create that same length in the leg that doesn't have the band. Take your time. Feel the core moving these legs. You should not be able to fit your fingers underneath your back. So pay attention to that. Maybe you shouldn't take the legs as low. The pelvis should just be laying there very still. Good. 4 more. And 3. And 2. Now I'm going to take this band leg down. I'm going to bend the knee and then bring it up while the other leg follows the leader. So it's a bicycle. I press out, I sweep it in and start all over. But get the length in that band leg, right? Get it way out there. And I like to have the band go inside the thigh when I come in. I know, I figured you were thinking about that. Now let's reverse that. Let's press it out, zip up. Bend, straighten it, lift up. Bend, straighten it, lift up. One more. Bend, straighten it, and hold with that leg straight up. So take an end now in each hand. And get that adjusted if your toes aren't inside that band. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. And as I come up, I'm going to pull my elbows back. Yep. And I'm going to start to straighten my arms. So I got one end in each hand, and then roll it down and pull the elbows back down and stretch. Try that again. Nod the chin to your chest. Start to come up. My elbows should have been straight. Then I pulled back. There we go. And then melt back down. So let's keep those arms straight on this one. Eyes to belly. Find that lower back. I start to come up. I'm pulling my elbows back as I come up. It looks like a teaser with one leg. Yep. And then roll it away as you straighten your arms. Reach that other leg long on your mat. Let's just do one more. Eyes to belly. I start to come up. I pull those elbows back. Now hold it right here. Lengthen those arms out as wide as your mat. Push the leg down and up. Well, what are they working on? At first, I'm like, what is that noise? 4 and 3. Stay strong on the arms, the shoulders, the back of the leg. We'll do one more. Hold it up. Put the other foot in. Take that foot out. And then we lay down and put both ends into my left hand. So now we're back into our scissors again. So my free arm is resting right next to my side. My head can stay on the floor. I'm going to lower my left leg as I reach up my right. And I keep switching with control. So I'm constantly feeling my abdominals firing. Good. Try to check in with the shoulders. Because we're holding the band with the hand, sometimes we crunch those shoulders up. I want you to make sure the shoulders are to the rib cage. Belly isn't heavy. Neck should be nice and long, free of strain. Looks good. And we go for 4. And 3. Reach super long. Keep that elbow down. 2. Now, if you want, I'm going to do that bicycle. I'm going to come down, bend that knee, and the other leg comes through. Good. Take your time. Feel the length in that band leg. I zip it up and then out and then slide it in. So it's an exaggerated bicycle. Yes. The hips should move around. The pelvis should move around. The band tries to be on the inside of that thigh. Let's reverse that bicycle out along your mat, up and bend. Out, up, out, up. The hips shouldn't move. Nothing should be moving. It feels good. It feels good, right? Right. 2 more. And 1 more. And we hold that leg up. Okay. 1 end in each hand. Arms will stay straight. Take your chin to your chest, eyes to your belly. As I start to come up, I'm rowing back. It'll like my teaser. And then I start to straighten my arms, tuck your tail, bring that leg back up. Bring that leg out, bend the elbows, pull, proud chest, look straight ahead, out the window, and then we roll it back down, straighten his arms, go slow, go slow, go slow. Try that again, eyes to belly, pull. Now stay here, but lengthen the arms out now, and go out to like a little V, so I just have a little more resistance than this way, okay? Now zip it up, zip it up. Now push that leg down, my arms stay still. I push it down, arms stay still, legs stay still, press that leg down, bring it up, and 3, good, and 2, nice, and 1, let's put both feet inside the band, and roll it back down. Bend your elbows down to the mat, bring your legs straight up into a Pilates V. Weight down the tail, relax the shoulders, a little bit more, kids, okay. Both legs, double leg stretch. Down, 2, 3, zip it up. And down, 2, 3. If you want, you can take the eyes to the belly. And we exhale up, straight up. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Zip it up. Let's go. 1, 2. Shoulders, I'm saying shoulders to ears. Oh, big time. You're going to make sure they're connecting to your back. 2 more. And 1 more. And release. Rock yourself up. Nicely done. I'm going to separate my feet again. Arms are straight. Spine is straight. I'm just going to tuck my tail and round my spine. Shoulders are relaxed. Now I'm going to turn my arms so I'm facing me. It's going to turn to face me so that one arm is going down and the other arm is going up. And I'm going to crunch up towards that thigh and back down. My sits bones are staying in place. Shoulders are relaxed. Lift and lower. Lift. Remember, the shoulders should not be feeling tension. They're not up to our ears. They're relaxed. They're connected to our backs. And if this isn't cool for your back, put a ball behind there and sink into the ball. Yeah. And we go for 3, 2, and 1. Hold it back there. Center. Twist the other side. And I come up an inch and down an inch. Up an inch, down an inch. So I want you to feel the upper rib cage on the right side, if that's where you're turned towards. The upper rib cage is crunching towards the lower rib cage. 4 and 3. Both sits bones are equally into that mat. 2 and 1. Center yourself. Come up and straighten your legs out. Okay, I'm going to take my legs a little bit wider, not as wide as my mat. I got at least 2 inches on each side of my mat. I'm going to hold my band as wide as my mat. If my band's too tight, I'll need to slide my hands further down. But if you're not sitting up super tall, you won't have space for your arms to do this. You can also sit on top of a ball, on a yoga block. I'm going to pull my arms back. My chest is going to stretch forward, and then I return and loosen the band back up. As my arms pull back, my shoulder blades are trying to squeeze together, and then my shoulder blades will open up. It's like an elevator door. When I pull back, my shoulder blades are closing together, then they're opening. Here's the breath. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale. Press the back of your legs more into the mat, especially where the upper thigh meets the glute. That's pressing into the mat. 2 more. Expand your chest and return. And 1 more. I inhale, 2, 3, and exhale. Release that band. Take the legs as wide as your mat now and reach those arms parallel to the floor. Again, if you can't sit up tall, you're going to bend your knees or roll up your mat. Lift those shoulders up, back, drop them down. That's where they should be. Now, pull your navel in and up. Gently pinch into your sits bones and flatten out your feet like they're against 2 poles. We're going to inhale up taller. On the exhale, nod the chin to your chest. I'm going to peel off that wall until the middle of my back is just about to come off. And I pull myself up from my center, not my back. Exhale forward. Look into your belly button. Look at going back as you go forward. Inhale up. Exhale back, or exhale forward. And then we inhale up. Now, C curve back. If you're able, let me give you a modification first. I C curve back. I'm going to bend my left leg and put my hand behind that thigh. Next level, I'd straighten that leg and grab behind my calf. Then the right leg, you're either going to bend that knee as well and hold behind the thigh, or lift it up. So here I am into my open leg rocker prep. Okay? If this is too hard, hamstrings won't allow you to do this. Your knees are bent or not collapsed. You look the same way in your spine. Hold this here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now let the left leg go. Put it back down. Let the right leg go. Put it back down. Sit up tall and open your arms out to a T. Press again the back of the legs into the mat if you're able. If not, if you can't sit up tall with your legs straight, bend your knees. For saw, rotate towards me. Now reach forward, saw off your baby toe, look at your back hand. Lift up from your core, twist around, keep those legs and feet still, and then saw forward. Lift up, inhale, twist, 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 twist. Exhale. Inhale up, twist, 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 twist. Exhale. 1 more each side. Lift up, rotate, 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 rotate. Look at your back hand, keep that butt cheek heavy. 1 more, lift up, lift up, lift up, lift up. Stretch it forward, bring it back up, and release. Okay, we're gonna go onto our stomachs. You guys hear me okay back there? I know it's really noisy in this room today. All right, take the band behind your back. If it makes you feel any better, there's construction near the Pilates studio too in that building. so there's noise there too. It's not just here. Okay, here we go. We're on our stomachs. The band is always optional. Any prop is optional. All right, so I don't want it to be too tight. So right now, it's a little bit loose. It's not like completely against my back. In my swan position, my hands are under my armpits, on my shoulders. My legs are sits bone width apart. Lower back issues, feel free to take them wider, okay? My forehead rests on the mat. All I want you to do is roll that marble with your nose, lengthen out your neck, press to the heel of your hands, and just lift into that band. Arms are pointing behind you. And then lower back down. So your elbows are pointing towards your heels. Roll that marble, lengthen the neck. The neck stays in line with the spine as I lift my chest up into my band. My belly button is on the mat. Come back down. I'm going to add on, if it's not for you, just do the part we just did. I'm going to press through my hands, lift up. My hands are going to come off the mat. I'm going to press my arms out like a T while I'm still lifted. Bend your elbows back in and lower down. Hands go back down to the mat. Roll that marble, lift up the head and chest. Press the arms out like a T. Squeeze your booty. Bend the arms, hands down, head down. You should not feel strain to your neck, shoulders, or traps. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, press them out. Inhale, bring them back in. Exhale, lower. I'm going to add on only if you want it, but I need to adjust one thing with you ladies. When you're coming up, you come up nice, and all of a sudden you go out like this. You hyperextend your neck. You want to keep looking down towards your mat so your neck is straight, okay? That's the only correction we need. Press through the heel of the hands, lift up. Press out. The extra move, I'm going to take my pinkies and try to pull them a little bit closer together. Bring it back out. The band's back against me now. And then come back down. So I'm going to lift up my head and chest. Press the arms out. Right here, they press out. My band is really light off my back. Then I can pull my arms back, press back out to a T, bend and lower. Does that make any sense, what we're doing? Okay, press into the floor, lift up. Press the arms out. Let the band almost close as you bring your pinkies towards each other. Press the arms back out and release. And let's stretch back into that child's pose. I'm going to keep my band with me, but I'm going to slide my hands further down and just press into that band, rounding my spine. Gorgeous. Okay, moving on. Go back onto your seat. Take your band out from behind you. So we're going to do some more bridge work. I want you to take the band behind your right foot. Make sure the toes are all in the band. So they're not going over the band because the band's going to get bunched up and it ends up in your arch. All right, both knees are bent. I'm going to lay back. I'm going to lengthen my right leg straight up. My elbows are both down. So I'm going to start by just doing a single leg bridge. If this is too much for you, you're going to get rid of the band. And if it's still too much for you, you're going to have 2 feet on the floor versus just 1. Okay? So first, take away the prop, see if that makes it any better. Then take away the leg being up and put it down. Got it? Everything is going to lift up into a bridge, and I come back down. Now, I want you, as you're lifting up, to make sure this left leg isn't plopping out. It feels like almost like the other leg is right next to it, and I'm pushing into that leg. So I'm always working in towards my central line. That knee should be tracking right over those toes or the ankle. Lift up and come down. Now hold this one up. We're going to lower the leg straight and bring it up while I hold that bridge. You can always do this with your hips down. You don't have to have the bridge. Make sure those shoulders are pushing into your mat. They're not lifting up. Lengthen that leg even longer. 2 more. And 1. And lower that bridge. So we're going to put these 2 moves together, the bridge and the lowering and lifting. So I'm going to bridge up, lower the leg, lift it back up, lower your bridge. Lift the bridge up, straighten the leg down, straighten that leg up, come down. Up, press, up, release. So yeah, you're going to feel a little bit coming from that hamstring, but I need you to fire that glute more. You got 2 more. If you need to quit before then, that's fine. And last one. Now hold this one up. I'm going to circle towards the other leg and lift 1. Towards the other leg, 2. Towards the other leg, 3. Reverse it. Away, zip up 1. Away, zip up 2. Away, zip up 3. Lower down your bridge. Straighten your left leg. Flex both feet. Point both feet. Flex both feet, point both feet. One more, flex and point, arms up, other leg comes in, other leg goes down to the mat, and that knee is bent. So left leg is straight, right knee is bent. I'm gonna make sure I got that whole foot pushing into the mat. Then I'm gonna do my single leg bridge. Up and down. 2. How about that right leg? It should feel like it's pressing into your center line, not going away from it. That knee should be tracking straight ahead over the ankle. And lift. How about those shoulders? Push them down into your mat as you lift up. And 3, 2 more. Here's 2. Now you can stay down or stay up. Lower that left leg straight. Bring it back up. Down. Zip it up. Inhale. Exhale. Push that right leg into that center line. Neck is relaxed. 3. Come on. 2. And 1. Lower your bridge. Now let's put that all together. You can keep your hips down the whole time. I drive up, lower the leg, lift the leg, come back down. Up, down, up. How do you know when it's not a good idea to come back up on that bridge? When you feel that in your lower back. That's when your back is saying, I'm done, and you stay on the mat. 3 more. 2 more. And you're going to choose to stay up or to go back down. I'm going to do my little circles. I go towards the center around 1, center around 2, center around 3, reverse. Away, zip up for 3, away, zip up 2, away, zip up 1, bring it back down. Straighten both legs. So my band leg is up, my free leg is out on my mat. And here we go. We're going to flex and point. Flex, point. Flex, point. 1 more. Flex, point, and rock yourself up. Okay, how'd that go? Pretty good? Awesome. Okay, so take the band in your right foot. Or how about this? Put the band on the top foot when you turn to face me. That might be some of you from your left foot. Sorry. Right, left thing is always confusing. All right, so I'm on my side. And my top foot has the band. And my top hand has the ends. Got it? Go to the very back of your mat. You can prop your head up, or you can lay all the way straight onto your mat. Take your legs to the front edge of your mat. So I want you to have your hand that's got the ends either knuckles to mat or palm to navel, but on the shoulder to be in its place. Hip over hip, neck is relaxed, feet are to the front edge of your mat. Pry your top leg hip height. We're going to swing it. Forward, give a push. Come back, give a push. Forward, give a push. Come back, give a push. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale. Keep pushing that bottom leg into your mat. 1 more. Forward, give a push. Back, give a push. Stack your legs. Rotate your kneecap to the ceiling. Lies a feather, lift up. Now reach, reach, reach. And as you reach, the belly is scooping in and up. Deeper, deeper, deeper. Lift up. Lengthen that leg. Lift up. Inhale. Exhale. Take your time. Get the heel on top of the heel. Good. Now hover your top foot hip height. Both feet should be flexed forward. Staying on top of your bottom foot, circle forward. Push into your band. Get longer. Remember, it's either knuckles to floor or hand against the navel. Yep, because you want that arm to stay still. And 3, and 2. Reverse. Make it more about the core right here. It's like you're stirring that leg. Wet cement from that core. and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hold it at hip height. I'm going to walk my hands down, or my hand down a little bit further. I'm going to bend this knee in, the band's on the bottom of the leg, on the bottom half, and then push it out. Slide across the table, push it out. So I'm dusting the table with my inner thigh. I slide it in, and I push it out. Slide it in, squeeze that booty. Slide it in, press out. Then I go for 3, push from the tush, 2, and 1. Okay, keep that band with that foot. Come on up. Come on to your hands and knees. Were you able to keep the band? If not, you can reposition it. I'm going to separate the band so one end is in each hand. Remember, I had 2 ends in my right hand, and I just separated them and put one end in each. Now, we need to adjust where our band is. It should be nice and flat still, but I want you to slide it up to your heel. You don't have to use a band at all. You can be on your forearms versus your hands, okay? All right, so I got my hands holding down the band, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. I'm not collapsed. Pull everything in, shoulders back. I'm going to press my right leg out to parallel, come back in. Inhale, exhale. This is a full body workout. Every inch is going to be work today. I press out and I come in. Now, another option, depending on how tight this band is, I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to push it away and then come back in. Out, in, out, in. It's almost like doing a little shoulder press with that left arm or right arm, whichever one you're on. But it's opposite as the leg. And 3, good. Here's 2, one more, hold it out. Lower the arm and leg, lift the arm and leg. You can get rid of your band anytime you need to. Drive through that heel, that band. 4, don't collapse. Oh no, what's going on? Did you purposely do that? Okay, one more, and then come back in. Woo, and do a little stretch back. Okay, other side kicks. How'd it go? You guys look strong, and you're getting stronger. Let's look at it that way. All right. So hopefully there wasn't one exercise we did today that you thought, well, this is easy. Okay. Pilates is nothing easy to Pilates. It's work. All right. It should be fun, though, too. Okay, you guys ready? Yes. You're almost there. I'm feeling like we're not friends right now. Are we okay?
Always friends.
Okay. Okay, so back of your mat. You can either lay all the way down or prop your head up, but you've got to be on your side. Sweep the knees forward, the legs forward, feet forward, however you want to look at it. Okay, so my palm that's holding the hands is facing me. Knuckles to the floor if you like that version, or hand against the navel. I'm just trying to keep your arm from doing this. That's what I see a lot, so I always cue where to put that hand. Hip over hip. My bottom rib cage should be nice and light. Push the bottom leg down. As you lift the top leg hip height, hold it here. Now try to push a little bit longer than that band. Relax that shoulder and take an exhale forward. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale. Keep that bottom leg pushing down onto your mat. Otherwise, you'll be flying all around. Exhale forward. Inhale back. How far should you go forward and back? As long as your torso stays still and doesn't collapse or rock, as long as you're holding that still and the hips are staying stacked, let that hip flex and extend. Forward, forward. There's 2 pushes, a big and then a little. A big and then a little. Last one. And then stack the legs. Rotate that top kneecap to ceiling. Light as a feather. Reach, inner thigh squeeze. Lift up, press up, bottom leg down, and lengthen long. Up, reach, lengthen. 2 more. 1 more. Now take your top leg hip height and then flex both feet so they look the same. Now circle forward, staying over that bottom foot. Use your core to move the leg. So you feel your belly stir in that leg? Reverse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we're gonna come up, keep that band with you. Come onto your hands and knees. And then from here, I just separate my ends. If you have to take it off, put it back on, that's fine. Whatever works for you. Sometimes my crazy brain is what works for me. So I'm going to take that flat band and put it against my heel. My heel is going to be cradled in that band. Why? Because I'm flexing and driving back from my heel. I don't want my band getting bunched up. Now, the closer I hold my band towards my body, the harder it's going to be. The tighter the band's going to be. All right, you don't have to use the band at all. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, belly pulled in. Do not start like this, okay? Here we go. Press out, bring it in. Press out, bring it in. Squeeze your bum, drive the belly in. You got it. I inhale as I press out, exhale. Make sure your standing leg is straight up and down. Make sure it's not tilting sideways. If you want to add the upper body to this, I press the opposite arm as leg out, I bend the elbow in. Push out. Push out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 2, 1 more. Hold it out there. Lower the leg and arm. Lift the leg and arm with control. Inhale down. Exhale up. You got this for 4. And 3. Lengthen, lengthen. 2. Bend everything in and sit back. That wasn't so bad. Okay. All right, onto your seat. Take your band with you. Let's have some more fun. Take the band behind the feet. You look amazing. Do you feel amazing? You'll know at the end? Okay. Pilates isn't easy. It really isn't. It's really hard. Did you guys know that? Okay. People think if you're on a mat, oh, that's too easy for me. Yeah, okay. All right, so my legs are fist width apart. If I'm too far down with my band, I can't get my arms here. That's where I want your arms to be. So loosen up if you need to, bend your knees. Now the band's gonna be a lot of help for you if you need it. So we're gonna start to tuck our tail. Now if you know you can't come back up, don't come all the way down, but keep those arms straight. Keep them straight, go as low as you can. Then draw the chin to your chest, find that lower back, and bring yourself up. My arms are going up with me. They're going up with me. It's like my little puppet strings. My puppet strings are going to lower me. Tuck your tail, lower back, mid back, upper back. Draw the chin to your chest. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's add on. Eyes to belly. Bring it up. Take a wide row, thumb to armpits. Bring it back out, roll it back down. Eyes to belly. Inhale. Exhale, pull back. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck and lower. 1 more. Inhale. Now on the exhale, straighten your legs. And now row and straighten the arms. And row. If this is too easy, now is where you'd walk your hands further down. Thumb to armpit, chest goes forward. Sit taller. That's it. So you sit nice and tall as you're rowing, and all of a sudden you go like this when you release the band. Keep that long spine. And pull, thumb to armpit. And 4. And 3. Good. 2. And 1. And release the band. We need that little break. We're going to flip over onto our stomachs. If you need to switch around so you can see me, I'm just going to roll. I want you to take the arms behind you. And my palms are up. My legs are sit bone width apart. My belly button is pulling in away from my mat. Keeping your forehead resting on your mat, I want you to shrug your shoulders to your ears, then roll them up to the ceiling, and roll them so far down your back that your fingertips are reaching towards your heels and your head and chest are lifted, right? And then come back down. So let me cue that again. Head on the mat for now. Head on the mat. Shoulder shrug, up to the ceiling. Roll them back. Take your head and chest with you. Keep looking down at the mat. Keep your neck long. Squeeze your booty. Look down at your mat. Don't hyperextend the neck. And then release. Shoulders to the ears, to the ceiling, and then down. Now hold this here and lift your legs off the mat. Now start to swim with your legs. My arms are still the same. I'm still looking down. I can lift my chest higher if I want. Yep. Keep swimming. Keep swimming. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Stretch back. Child's pose. That was amazing. I'm going to stretch a little deeper. Reach my arms a little further forward. Pull my belly in. Stay active in your stretch. Good. Okay, come back up, sit back onto your seat. I want to do some bicep curls. I don't think we did any biceps. We did back, we did a shoulder press, we did tries, we are pushing out. Okay, so I'm going to do this flat back. If flat back does not feel good to you, feel free to C-curve. But we're going to hold the position in our spine, and we're going to do 8 bicep curls. If you want to work the biceps more, you walk your hands further down. It tightens up that band. It's like, do you want a 2-pound dumbbell or a 5-pound dumbbell? Okay, the band can be created like that. My palms are up. I'm going to have a nice flat back. My arms are parallel to the floor. And I'm going to curl. 1 and 2, 3. Shoulders are not part of this. Just saying. The core is. 8, and sit up and release those arms down. I want to do another set. Reach those arms long, flat back or C-curve. Here we go. 1, keep the elbows still. I'm just using them as a hinge. My upper arm stays in place. My wrists are not going like this when my band pulls me this way. My wrists need to stay straight. We're going to do a couple extra this time, because this is going to be 8 here. Emma's going to give me 8 more. 8, 7, 6, good. 5, 4, 3, love it. 2, and 1, and release. Okay, come to a high kneel position. High kneel. So we can modify this any way we need to. So I'm going to bring my arms straight up, and I want the band to be slightly wider than your shoulders. If you don't want all this hanging down, just bunch it up. All right, so here I am. Take one leg, so mirror me. Which leg is going out? I won't dare say left or right. Make sure your hips are pushing slightly forward so they feel like they're opened. I'm going to take a little side stretch here. Nice long diagonal. That bottom arm is going to pull down 1 time and come back up. If that didn't feel good to you, don't hang out down there and pull. I'm going to lengthen and get a nice diagonal. Now anchor that straight leg foot onto that floor and come back up. So don't touch the mat. I hover, I side bend right here. I pull 1 time, I bring it up, I stretch. Now this time, I'm gonna go all the way down to the floor. And now look at that stretch. I feel like I'm doing a mermaid. Now this arm is over my head. Now I'm gonna pull it up and then stretched. Now if you feel like you're gonna hit your face, I want you to look down at the mat. Okay, lift up. Take the time to stretch. Look at that stretch. Here I am. Here I am. One more. Good. Then lower this arm down and come into a plank for me. Oh, I hit that on you. Hands are wide. Now, you can choose to just hold a plank. You can do a modified plank. I'm going to do 5 push-ups. You choose where you want to be. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, 5. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 2. And then come back up to your high kneel and face me. All right. Bring those arms up. Other leg comes out. Hip and knee in a straight line. Your back of your heel, that heel, should be in line with the back of your knee. Okay? Give me that beautiful long line. The bottom arm will press 1 time. And bring it back up. And a beautiful long side. Pull down, center, and lift. Inhale. So I'm going over the straight or the bent leg. Straight leg is staying this way. Now take that hand all the way down to the mat. And boy, I'm stretching my mermaid. Feel that mermaid. I come up, so my arms in a straight line, and I stretch over. Keep that core engaged. Keep the shoulders to the rib cage. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Give me that side stretch. And I'm going to turn. I'm going to release my band. I don't need it anymore. Hands as wide as my mat. You can start just holding this plank if you want. I'm going to lower to my knees. You give me 5 more push-ups. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, 5. Inhale, exhale, 4. And 3. Good. Give me just 2 more. Just 2 more. And stretch back. I'm going to release my arms, my wrists. I'm going to curl my fingertips to my wrist. My head is heavy. My shoulders are relaxed. If your knees allow you, I'm going to sit back into this little kneeling position here. I'm going to clasp my hands to my lower back. I'm going to shave off my seat, opening up the front of my body. Yep. Take your right ear towards your right shoulder and push the left shoulder down. Up to center. Now take your left ear to your left shoulder. Push the right shoulder down. Lovely. Bring it back to center. Clasp your hands and scoop, reach your knuckles away from you as you round your spine. Yep. And then take your left arm across your body. And with that right hand, I'm going to pull that arm towards me. And then bring that elbow behind. And sitting like this in this kneeling position, it's stretching top of my foot, my ankle. Switch arms. Take the other arm across. I use my other hand to get some resistance to pull it through. And then the triceps come back. Yep. And you have made it. All right. Woo! Love that band.